Bob, now in our 6th year with the Cherry-Roubaix, it seems to grow bigger and better every year. Tell us what we can expect for the busy 3-day weekend coming up in Traverse here.
We have three main events. We have a time trial on Friday night at the Bars Harbor Park, so that'll be exciting. We've got a lot of cool riders coming wearing helmets like this, racing against the clock, trying to beat the next guy out by 1 or 2 seconds. It's a big deal. They will, at that point, they will achieve a jersey that they will hold on hopefully for the weekend if they continue to get the high points. On Saturday, which is kind of our big event, it's in O-Town, and we've got everything from the pros coming in to kids races to Cruiser Classic. Got a cruiser, come on down, race. And this year we've added a beer and wine tent to kind of keep the adults entertained at the same time. But it's really unique because we have riders that are riding 35 miles an hour around the city block, 9/10 of a mile, and they're going lap after lap. It's really unique. And then Sunday is the racers' race. It's out in Sugarloaf Resort. It's out into the hilly area of Leelanau County, and the racers come from all over to see that and race it.
And we were kind of talking back and forth that you started this back in 2008, and it seems to have quadrupled in numbers over the 6-year span. So every year it keeps getting better and better. Tell me, as the original creator of this event, what you've seen year in and year out now that's expanding this to the level it's hit today.
Yeah, we started out as just a fun one-day race, criterium on a Saturday afternoon, and now again with 3 days of event, we are now the premier event in Michigan. And we have teams coming out of Indianapolis, Chicago now coming into the area. So it takes time, but we're getting there to bring all these pro riders in, as well as the amateurs. The amateurs love this event.
And we've got a veteran of the Cherry-Roubaix races with us as well. Rachel, talk to me about, first off, just your experiences in competing in this event, how unique it is compared to other bike races you may have participated in.
Yeah, I'd say compared to most of the other races I've done, it's definitely always the most organized of all the events. It always seems like everyone knows where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there. There's no feeling lost and things like that, where some of the races can be like that. So it's just a really well-run race.
And you're expecting in this Saturday's race that there's going to be a lot of local winners that'll walk away with some hardware and some stories to brag about too. Who are we to look out for, especially Saturday, right?
Yeah.
In the crit races, as they call them, the criterium, but the slang, the appropriate insider term is crit.
Right.
Tell us what we can look forward to in those races.
Well, we're really excited about the women's crit this year because it is the state championship crit, and we have some really strong local women who I think will do really well. One of the categories is the pro 1-2 women, which is essentially the fastest women in the state, and they're going for their state championship, and I think we can look for strong results from 2 local women, Lori Brockmiller and Bridget Widrig. I expect both of them to fare really well, so it's pretty exciting for our local women.
All right, it sounds like a great event, as always, a unique event that you can't find pretty much any other year on the calendar here in northern Michigan, so definitely people should be taking part. Any other final pitch as we get closer now, a few days out?
They're racing for $20,000, which is a lot of money for a bicycle race. It's not maybe for a NASCAR race, but for a bicycle race, it's pretty cool. It's very good.
Well, bikes, they're getting more expensive every year, though, too. I went to buy a bike last summer, and my eyes just popped out of my head to see the price tag on bikes these days. But they're speed bikes and race bikes.
Yes,
so
exactly.
They're built that tough and that expensive for a reason.
Exactly.
All right. Do you have anything you want to add, Rachel?
Nope.
All right.
Except for you got to model your helmet.
I will. We're going to make this a special exclusive to our viewers who will be watching the Jimmy John segment on our YouTube page. Yes. I'm going to ride off into the sunset
Jimmy John's
now.
is a sponsor, so.
They've allowed me to be a last minute entry, so we'll see you all down there at the Cherry-Roubaix. And thankfully, I'll make it go 5 feet.